It's happening. I'm terrified, but here I am. I'm going to try and get started. This is KNX. I should introduce myself. I'm Mary Medeiros. I am a physician and I'm very new to this live stream. I'm very new to vlogging and uh, video podcasting, all of that stuff. Um, I think I want to give a sense of what this channel is going to be and also get the hang of going live, which is not usual for me. I've blogged. I'm good at writing. I'm not great at talking to a screen, but um, I feel like what I want to do and what I want to share is really important. And I will explain what KNX is, but I think I'm going to start by sharing a couple of stories. So many people know, and I'm not too guarded about this, but uh, 6 years ago now, I lost my brother. He took his own life. Um, his name was Abe, and he's my only sibling. And that was one of those moments that was a major tipping point, as you can imagine, for me. He was 41 years old, and I'm now 43. So I'm in the range of age that he never got to. And that put me in a spot where I felt like I really needed to reevaluate who I am and what I want to accomplish in my life and what matters to me. Um, so of course, I had all these dreams of doing big things in his memory in the immediate aftermath in 2015. Um, I'm sorry that I don't know where to look yet. I think I'm looking there to talk to people. Hi. Uh, but instead, I just sort of shrank into oblivion and I did my best to try and figure out just how to stave off my own depression um, in light of having lost my brother to this um, fatal disease. And I not only had to deal with it from the inside, but I'm a physician and I'm a primary care physician and I am dealing with it clinically on a regular basis. So I've developed immense curiosity and a number of pathways to look at what underlies depression, what it really consists of, why we call it that, why it has the name depression, or is there something else that we should call it? And I mean, I've written songs about it, um, and it's just been a really massive exploration for me. And as time passes, particularly in the aftermath of this pandemic that just fractured society and pulled people apart from each other, um, I am discovering that I'm not alone in this search anymore. I was never alone in the search, but the nature of the beast is that it manifests in isolation. Whether the isolation is something that we impose on ourselves or it is imposed on us by circumstances, um, the fact is human isolation and depression are kind of inseparable. In a way, they're one and the same feature. And I think understanding that is really important to defeating it. What I've also come to understand is that in a lot of situations, it is deeply, unfortunately, too late. And I am trying to focus on helping to prevent or to stave off or to heal where the situations where depression can be healed and prevented and addressed. And that's largely for young people. I mean, I'm a mom, and that's really important to me. So there's a lot of complex dynamics going into this project that I'm terrified but feel highly motivated to launch because it's part of my personality. And you'll learn more about that if you decide to watch this channel. But I KNX is, as you can hear, so KNX is a word. You can kind of create it into a word that sounds like connects, which is exactly what you need when isolation is the problem, is connections. This project began as a group, a support group in my office. We called ourselves Thrive KNX, so it was actually a verb and it flowed well at the time. But it's also an acronym, so it stands for Kinetic Neurophysiologic Exploration, and there's actually meat and potatoes behind that. So it's something that I'm going to describe in more detail in a future video. In the meantime, if I've tweaked your curiosity, or if you can relate to any of what you believe I'm going to be addressing here in the course of this channel, from this intro, then like, subscribe. You know what to do if you watch YouTube. I'm really not good at this, but I'm also motivated because my kids are avid YouTube watchers, and I want to inspire them with things that I do in my life and encourage them to do things that are fun and interesting to them. So stay tuned, come back, and we'll see you next time.